We've all had that moment when you're stalking someone's glow up on IG like, wait, this is not the same girl. What sorcery is this? And you zoom into every picture thinking it's Facetune or like black magic. And deep down you're just like, girl, how? Give me the cheat code. But let me break your brain for a sec. What if I told you that attractiveness isn't just a random upgrade from puberty or genetics? It's not even about getting prettier. It's about learning how to be seen differently. And the wild part is, it works almost instantly. You don't need a new jawline. You don't need a new face. You just need to start doing things the pretty girls won't tell you. Because here's the truth. The real glow up, it's not external. It's psychological, it's energetic, it's behavioral, and that's why it works so fast. Once you start applying these 7 habits, the way people treat you literally changes overnight. They stare longer, speak softer, assume you have your whole life together even if you just ate Doritos in bed for dinner. And no, you don't need $300 Sephora hauls or a 5 a.m. Pilates routine. You need strategy, girl-coded strategy, and I'm giving it to you. Let's start with my favorite one. How does she smell like money? Energy. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, works faster than scent. It's wild how many girls ignore this. You're out here buying setting spray but not even investing in the vibe people feel when they pass you. You're leaving attraction on the table. And I'm not talking designer perfume. I'm talking that she smells expensive but I can't tell if it's her lotion or her soul type scent. You start in the shower. No, don't roll your eyes. That fruity body wash that smells like sugar at first but fades in 10 minutes? Yeah, throw it out. Get something creamy, grown, clean but not sharp. Vanilla, musk, almond, sandalwood, like you moisturize with confidence and sleep in cashmere. Then layer. Lotion, mist, hair serum, spray inside your hoodie, behind your knees, on your pillow. Let people associate you with softness, with mystery, with comfort. Be the scent that makes someone turn around in a crowd. Because you might think people are just naturally attractive. But I promise you, half of them are just scent-coded manipulators. And I say that with full respect. Once you smell good, game over. People treat you like you have your life together. They assume you're clean, organized, smart. All because your aura smells like an $80 candle. And the best part? You didn't change your face. You didn't even open your mouth. You just walked by and smelled like the main character. Yeah, that's how fast it starts. You know what's slept on? Eye contact. Not the awkward staring contest type. I'm talking about the calm, soft gaze that says, I know who I am and I don't need to say much. It's subtle, it's powerful. It's the kind of confidence that doesn't beg for attention, but always gets it. Here's the deal. When you look someone in the eye with steady calmness, you don't just look confident, you feel it. And no, it's not about being bold or flirty. It's about presence. Most people either avoid it completely or go overboard and look intense. But you'll master balance. You pause, you blink slowly, you soften your expression, you stay grounded, and that calmness makes you stand out way more than loud energy ever could. It's about carrying yourself like someone who respects herself too much to shrink or overperform. That's grace, that's soft power, that's real pretty girl energy. You ever notice the most attractive girls are the ones who don't do the most? Like they're not begging for attention, not forcing conversations, they just exist, and somehow everyone comes to them. That's not luck, that's energy. It's what I call the soft detachment glow. You stop over-explaining, you stop chasing, you stop trying to prove your worth to people who barely deserve your time, and suddenly, you become 10 times more magnetic. Because confidence isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just not caring if they like you back. You're not cold, you're calm, you're not rude, you're reserved, you're not playing hard to get, you're just actually hard to forget. So start pulling back a little. Let people wonder. Let them work. The moment you stop chasing validation is the moment you start attracting everything. It's not a glow up. It's a power shift. And it shows instantly. Okay, let's be real. You could have the cutest fit, fire makeup, and perfect hair. But if you walk around like a human shrimp, it's giving sparkles invisibility cloak sparkles. Posture changes everything. You stand up straighter, shoulders relaxed, chin slightly lifted. And suddenly you don't look nervous or closed off. You look powerful, unbothered, like you just got promoted for no reason. And no one's saying you need to walk around like a robot ballerina. It's the small shifts that make the biggest difference. Unclench your jaw, unhunch your shoulders. Take up space like you belong in every room you walk into. Because guess what? You do. When your posture is strong, your energy feels grounded. People assume you're confident, even if you're literally spiraling inside. It's the body language version of fake it till you glow up. And trust me, it's not just visual. It affects how you breathe, how you speak, how people react to you. You don't need to say a word. Your body already announced. She's not the same girl from last year. You ever see a girl with bare nails, but they're shiny, smooth, trimmed, and you just know she drinks water with lemon and has her life together? Yeah, that's the effect. Clean nails are silent luxury. They say, I care about details. I care about me. They scream effort without effort. You don't need long acrylics. You don't need Pinterest perfect nail art. You just need nails that look fresh. Buffed, filed, moisturized cuticles. That's it. It's the kind of thing people don't notice on purpose, but somehow makes you feel 10 times prettier when you're holding a pen or sipping coffee or just scrolling. It's giving expensive energy. Even if you're sitting at home in pajamas with your hair in a claw clip. Attractiveness isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just having quiet, polished little habits that make people think, damn, she's really got it together. Listen, fast talkers give nervous energy. Slow talkers? They give I own the room. Attractive girls don't rush their words. They let silence hang. They pause like their voice is worth waiting for. Because it is. You ever notice in movies the baddest characters barely raise their voice? They speak low. Calm. They take their time, like the world's already listening. That's not an accident. It's Sparkle's verbal dominance sparkles. And the wildest part? It's free. Slow down. Let your words land. Look people in the eye while you speak and don't flinch first. It makes people lean in. It makes people listen. And it makes you feel 10 times more confident, even if you're literally making stuff up on the spot. Because when you talk slow, it doesn't just sound attractive. It makes everything you say sound more important. Hey, hear me out. You know those girls who walk like there's background music playing for them? Hair bouncing. Hoodie oversized. Sipping iced coffee like they're in a perfume ad? It's not coincidence. It's Sparkle's delusion sparkles, but like the powerful kind. Attractive girls don't just exist in the world. They perform in it. They romanticize the way they tie their hair, the way they open their book, the way they walk into a room. They act like the main character, even in a grocery store aisle. And guess what? The world plays along. You become more attractive the second you start treating your life like it's art. Even the boring parts. Even the messy mornings. Especially the messy mornings. Because energy is contagious. You feel prettier so people start seeing you that way too. Not because you changed, but because your vibe did. Vibe is everything. Be mysterious. Be private. Be unpredictable. Let me tell you a harsh little secret. Attractiveness. It has less to do with your face and more to do with how unreadable you are. The moment people can't figure you out. When they're not sure what you're thinking, who you like, what you're doing after school, why you just smiled at your phone. That's when you win. Because mystery is magnetic. And most people, they overshare, overexplain, overjustify. Like they're trying to be understood by the entire planet. But you're going to move in silence. Not because you're hiding, but because you're too powerful to narrate everything. You're going to stop telling people your goals. You're going to stop posting every little update. You're going to stop explaining your phases. Instead, you vanish for a bit. And when you come back, you're upgraded, glowing, evolved, unbothered, and just a little more out of reach. That's what makes people obsessed. You become a question they can't Google. You become a story that doesn't unfold all at once. Let them assume. Let them wonder. Let them scroll through your posts looking for clues. And give them nothing. Attractive girls aren't loud. They're legendary. They walk in quietly and leave the whole room shaken. Not because they said too much, but because they knew exactly what not to say. So stop being an open book. Start being a locked journal with a missing key. And the day you learn to enjoy your silence as much as your sparkle, that's the day you become unforgettable. And if you're still here, I know something about you. You're not just watching this for fun. You're watching this because deep down you want more for yourself. You're tired of feeling like the before photo in everyone's story. Tired of shrinking, hiding, doubting if you'll ever be that girl. But let me tell you something that no one told me early enough. You already are. You don't need perfect skin, a perfect body, or a millionaire routine. You need intention, small habits, and the belief that you're worth showing up for, even on your bad days. Because confidence isn't a glow-up filter. It's a decision to stop treating yourself like an afterthought and start acting like the main character, even if no one else is clapping for you yet. And if this video gave you even a glimpse of that version of you, the bold one, the soft but powerful one, the girl who turns silence into glow, then don't let it stop here. Subscribe. Because this channel, this is where we unlearn insecurity, ditch the doubt, and build a glow up so deep it can't be undone. So keep watching, keep growing,